Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about cornerback Willam Jackson and an update on his whole situation. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Now let's hear this big announcement that I have to make before we get into today's video. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a new show that I will be hosting on the channel Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. It's going to be a live show called TOTM. It's going to be top of the morning sports show hosted by Juan Gotti. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. I'll be going live because I want to be that coffee. I want to be that morning show that you listen to on the ride to work, on your morning exercise, or whatever morning activities you have to do that day. I want to be that morning sports show that you listen to. Whether we're talking Commanders, we're talking NFL, we're talking all sports for that specific show. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, TOTM, top of the morning sports show hosted by Juan Gotti, will be airing November 7th. I'll make a separate video focusing only on that when more info is put out, when I get the artwork made for it, and when I get everything situated. I'll make a separate video on that. But I have a new show coming, airing next Monday live. TOTM, hosted by Juan Gotti, top of the morning show. So make sure you guys check that out. And now let's get straight into the Willam Jackson news. So the Willam Jackson situation, as we know, okay, this is something that we've been foreshadowing for weeks now. We've been known that the Washington Commanders wanted to get rid of Willam Jackson. He requested a trade. Then he tried to come back and say, no, I didn't request a trade. He requested a trade. You know, I've been felt like that. I know he tried to come out and say, I never requested a trade. I felt like he did. I felt like Washington wanted to get him traded. But the news came out today, per an insider, that if the Washington Commanders cannot find a trade partner by today at 4 p.m., he will be more likely than not released from the Washington Commanders. And it's crazy because I was just about to make a video on this. I was about to ask you guys, if Willam Jackson isn't traded, what would you do with him? Would you cut him? Would you keep him and probably put him back out there? Or do you think he's going to be a healthy scratch? Because they don't want to put him out there. But they already have answered that question for us, that if he's not traded by 4 p.m. today, he will be released. And honestly, it's the best thing for both parties, okay? Willam Jackson is not a terrible corner, okay? But he's a guy that only can play in one scheme. He's a man-to-man corner, okay? And granted, when you look at the man-to-man situations that we put him in, he still was pretty bad. So he had his moments where he was just bad here in Washington, but at the same time, he was already set up to fail from the beginning because of the scheme fit or the lack thereof, because Washington's more of a zone scheme and Willam Jackson more of a man-to-man corner. Didn't make sense for Washington to go out and get him in the first place. But then again, Willam Jackson, his man situation here in Washington was not the best either. So, I mean, he had his moments, but I definitely think Willam Jackson's going to go to another team and probably play better. As long as he goes to a team that fits his play style, fits his scheme, I think he's going to go to a team that and play way better. Now, the biggest situation that Washington has to, deal with as far as trying to deal him, and it's a reason why he probably hasn't been traded yet, is because this quote-unquote back injury that he has is obviously scaring other teams away. Now, obviously, Washington could say, well, the back isn't as severe as it seems. He'll be fine, which I think it will be true too, because I feel like he's using the back injury as an excuse to stay out. But we all know the real truth. They just don't want to play him, and he wants to be traded, so that's why he's not going to play. I feel like whatever team he goes to next, he's going to play that same exact week, okay? So I think the back is fine, but obviously Washington telling that to other teams, other teams going to be like, we got to see. You know what I'm saying? You could probably be lying to us, and then we get a guy that comes here, we trade for a guy that comes here, and now his back is way messed up more than what you've eventually let on at first. So other teams are probably staying away from him. That's why he hasn't been traded, because Willam Jackson, he's talented, okay? Let's not sit here and act like he's not a talented player. You know what I'm saying? But he has to be coached up right. He has to be in the right scheme, okay? And that just wasn't here in Washington. That's why I'm not hurt about it, because he has been playing bad, and we just need to move on, okay? We need to find another corner in the draft this year with our first round pick. If we can't get a cornerback probably is the next position that we need to address, or free agency or something like that, because Willam Jackson, he was a bad pickup, okay? He just was not a good pickup for this scheme, and Washington has to know that if they're going to run this zone scheme, they're going to keep Jack Del Rio as their defensive coordinator, all their cornerbacks need to be zone corners because you rarely go man, and when you go man, with the guys that don't run man, it's not really that well for you, okay? So Willam Jackson just wasn't a good fit here in Washington to begin with, and I'm just hoping we can at least get a 6th round pick for the guy. I don't expect much from the trade. Maybe we can try to fleece a team, which would be great, but I definitely think we're probably just gonna get like a 6th round pick for him. But more likely than that, I just want us to move on, wash our hands clean with him because it wasn't a good marriage to begin with. I want Willam Jackson to be successful. I don't have no hatred towards Willam Jackson III. I feel like we need to move on because we can just find somebody else, and we've been playing well without him. Benjamin St. Juice, Kendall Fuller's been playing much better, even though he did have a pass interference that wasn't called, but he was playing better. Benjamin St. Juice, although he had a play where he got burned, he's been playing well, and Rashad Wild Goose gave up one big pass interference call. But majority of the fact is those guys, outside of those one mistakes in these games the past few weeks, they all have been playing well. So I would roll with the same unit. So even if we weren't to trade Willam Jackson, I wouldn't even play him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, okay, I understand why we're going to cut him now because they're not going to pay him. And they're not going to play him. He's going to be a healthy scratch, or he's going to be out due to a quote-unquote back injury, and you're just going to be paying a guy free money he's going to be collecting checks, okay, not playing. So it's better to just clear yourself of that situation and of that contract, opposed to letting them get free money without even playing, okay? So Nikki Giovanna said this, okay? She said, one thing to note is if the Commanders release Willam Jackson III after the 4 p.m. Window, he's subjected to the waivers process, which means another team could claim him within the 24 hours, and Washington would be off the hook for his salary. If he's not claimed, he becomes a free agent. So those two things to be noted. If we cannot find a trade partner, so really, if we can't find a trade partner, we definitely are pulling for a team to claim him so they can pay for his salary this year, and we'll be off the hook for that. So that should be something to look out for regarding to that situation. But man, again, I'm not mad about it at all. I actually prefer Willam Jackson to depart because, again, it wasn't a good marriage. I want him to be successful wherever he goes. I hope he plays well. I hope we get some type of compensation back. I hope that 6th round pick that we get for Willam Jackson, if it's a 6th round pick or 7th round pick, we use it on the kicker, okay? We need a kicker. Joey Slye is not good. He's not consistent. We need a kicker. I want my own Alex McPherson. You know what I'm saying? I want my own Justin Tucker. I don't know if Justin Tucker was drafted, but I guess undrafted, whatever. I want a kicker that's mine, that's young, that's gonna be here for the next decade plus. And I want to keep going with the Dustin Hopkinses, the Chris Blewitts, the Brian Johnsons. Who actually, why did we not bring him back and give Joey Slye any type of competition? Brian Johnson was okay. I don't want the Joey Slyes of the world. I want my own young kicker that we draft or that's undrafted, that's actually good, and we can grow with him like all these other young guys, like Daniel Carlson, Harrison Buck. I want me one of those guys. Kicker is really, really important, man. I really want me one of my own guys. So hopefully with this draft pick that we probably get from Willam Jackson or for Willam Jackson, we can use a kicker because I don't see us getting no player back for us. What player would we get for Willam Jackson? Right now, I guess the biggest need probably would be maybe a lineman or something like that, or maybe even a linebacker depth. But right now, Cole Holcomb, Jamin Davis, they're playing well, so I don't see them, addressing the linebacker group because they love them David Mayo, and he's coming off of a solid game too. Even though I'm not the biggest David Mayo fan, they obviously are, and he's coming off a big game. So I don't see them, having really no big position of need right now that they can address right now. Are you going to do cornerback for cornerback? I don't think so. So it's more likely than not going to be a draft pick, a late-round draft pick for Washington if we were to get any type of compensation back for Willam Jackson. But if not, we are pulling for him to get put off a waiver so that team that he goes to can pay him his contract and we can be free, or pay him of his salary this year and we can be free of that. So yeah, man, there you have it. That's just a quick update on Willam Jackson. As you guys see, I'm looking down at my phone because I don't want to miss anything. I want to be on top of everything, and I don't want to record this video and as soon as I leave, as soon as I end the video, he gets traded. So again, keep your eyes out for more videos on the channel today. The next video you should see from me will probably be on William Jackson if he is not traded. It will be him being released, and hopefully a team claims him off of waivers by tomorrow. Or it will be talking about William Jackson and his new team and what compensation did we get for him. So hope to see you guys later, man. As always, me and Boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help us Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much. And don't forget, TOTM will be airing next Monday morning, 9 a.m. Live stream, live show. Top of the morning show, sports show, hosted by Juan Gotti. Hope to see you guys there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. airing next Monday, November 7th. So, it's always me, Boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you pop, get you drop, slide on the one where they get you locked on. I ain't stopping till I get me a